Rubber baby.
Buggy bumpers.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the What Was That podcast. I'm Jazzy.
And I'm Addi.
We all know that Addison is a bit of a freak for some clowns.
You know I like to clown around.
Okay. We also know that she has no limit or standards. Please see photos of the clowns that she picked for her Hear Me Out cake. Ew. However, I personally have a primal hatred of clowns, and I think that there could be a lot less visual representations of them. Get rid of these photos. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing them. So maybe these stories will get you to see clowns for the little freaks that they are.
Well, that's pretty hot.
Ew. Story 1. Killer Clown Encounter. I'm not the best with words, but here I go. This was in the midst of the killer clown craze back in 2016 and took place in the outer suburb of Adelaide in South Australia. It was a warm summer night in December, and me and my friend Charlie were having a sleepover at his house. We were both around 14, and it was 9 p.m. We were playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in his room, and we heard a single knock on his bedroom window to our left. The blinds were 3/4 shut, but we could clearly see the chest of some clown costume. Okay. At some point, we went running out. The room screaming for my friend's dad. He rushed into the room, but of course there was no clown to be seen. He quickly checked outside and then said if it happens again to call him immediately. I don't know why he didn't just call the police. This was probably some guy doing a prank, but it scared the shit out of me and my friend regardless, and we still talk about it to this day.
Ew!
I hate that. Okay, so this makes me think of, for those of you who don't know, I'm an older sister, which meant that my sister had to deal with me teasing her a lot. And she had a sleepover with some friends, and we found this purge-style mask and, put that in her window. And then me and my friend Lisa, tapped on the window, just and then they all, turn and go, ah. We run in, it's okay, it was just us. But we got you. This doesn't entirely sound like that, but how much nicer would it be if it was?
Yeah.
Just a fun little prank.
I immediately thought of, I don't know if I told you the story. I feel like I have, and I might have even shared it on the podcast already, but I had this friend when I lived in Michigan, and we did, a seance and stuff in her, barn. Mm-hmm. And it had been, abandoned, and it was by a little lake. It was really spooky. I mean, not abandoned, they lived there. But it was empty, yeah. Right? There was, only leftover equipment, and they don't really use it. We had a little tape recorder in the middle of us, and we did a little seance, and we could have sworn we heard something when we played the tape reader back, because we put it hooked it up to some speakers so we could hear it better. Mm-hmm. And we could have sworn that we heard something, so we were super bugged out for the rest of the night. We were super on edge because it was super freaky, because we thought somebody was touching us when we were in there. It was weird, and it was just 3 of us. And then at night, for some reason, we decided to watch Paranormal Activity.
Oh,
the first one.
Perfect combo.
The first one, yeah. But we were watching the first Paranormal Activity, and we were sitting, in her brother's room with her brother and her brother's friends and stuff. And we were, sitting on this back wall, and there was, a window right behind her TV. And we got to the end of the movie, when the body, flies up at the camera. Mm-hmm. We were all sitting there. And that happens, and somebody banged on the window with both hands behind the TV. Mm. And all of us, screamed so loud. And then the window opens, and her dad climbs inside. And then, her older brother was, behind him. And we were
yeah.
Yeah. I'm 13 at the time. It was the most terrifying thing that I've experienced at that point, aside from the,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super scary. You're not expecting it. You're watching this terrifying movie at the time. Again, Paranormal Activity, when it first came out, was massive for being the scariest movie. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yep. That's what it reminded me of.
Yep.
And I want it to be that. That's to go back.
Just probably why they didn't call the police.
Yeah, what if it was like his dad's friend or something?
Like, I don't know what that was.
It was Uncle Jerry from next door. He just comes up.
He's like, hey, Bobby's having a sleepover tonight. Come on over. We'll get some beers.
Put on your clown costume. When you said the warm summer night in December, that like threw me off for a hot second.
My brain didn't even think about that. I was so focused on clowns.
I heard that and I looked at it and then I remembered, oh yeah, it's the Southern Hemisphere. So.
Yep, no.
We probably sound so smart to people.
Yeah.
Intelligent. But
we're here for vibes, not to pass the SATs right now, so just come along for the ride. No one can be smart 100% of the time. Use all my brain power at other times.
I almost licked my finger and then we're on camera, so I'm gonna have to cut that out because I went like this. I was like,
I would like you to just zoom in on yourself doing it. Actually, keep it in, please.
There are no comments on this post. I saw.
No, they're just like, wow, creepy. But there's no.
Wow, creepy. Yep.
Yeah.
That is really creepy.
It is creepy, yeah.
Do you remember the clown craze?
I sure as shit do.
Yeah.
Because I was in college, and that was also around the time that American Horror Story came out with their freak show season.
Yeah.
And I wasn't living with roommates anymore who watched it, so I'd watch it by myself in the dorm. And it's already starting with One Strike Against Me. Clowns and freak shows. I'm not about it. Don't love it. Not for me.
Yeah.
Gives me the heebie-jeebies. So I'm watching it alone on my laptop in my dorm room. And then you start hearing all these stories about killer clowns roaming around. If there was ever a time I was going to willingly hit someone with my car, it was during that craze.
Yeah. That's fair. I remember thinking that whenever all of that was happening, I was like, somebody is going to get seriously hurt. Didn't people actually get hurt?
Probably.
From trying to be creepy clowns and then somebody hurting them. Because that's how I feel. I would. If you're coming at me dressed as a clown and you don't have any... I mean, in all reality, aside from the movie clowns that I like...
Yeah. That's going to be a whole rabbit hole that I don't feel like going down. But no, I can't even, like... We were talking about it before we started recording. Smile 2. You're going to watch it. I can't even... That movie didn't even freak me out that bad. I was along for the ride. But something about that little smile scene in real life...
Yeah, because it's, I don't know, when it's a movie and you can tell yourself it's a movie, it's different. But the second that you're IRL,
yeah,
and you're walking around and you see a clown, like if I saw the Hell House LLC clown in real life, I'm gonna...
Shitting and crying.
Me in the movie, I'm like, hell yeah, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But real life me would be like, hell yeah. This is America.
America.
In the episode, I'm... Girl. Yeah.
America.
America.
We don't know that it's warm in December. America.
It is in Texas.
That's true. Well, it's not that cold here either.
Right now, it's not. It's
no.
Like, it's been so warm, which is crazy. Yeah. It's we get a couple big snows, and then all through December, there's nothing.
Yeah.
So,
It's like fall without the pretty trees.
Yeah, exactly. We have no trees. It's just branches and ugly skies, but it's warm.
Yeah. I'd rather have snow.
I don't like the snow.
Yeah, I think it's pretty.
Cold, wet thing.
Oh. This is gonna be a wild comment. So, and I think there's a Discord on it already. Edward Cullen.
Yes.
He's frozen in time.
Yes.
Does that include all of his fluids frozen in time?
Okay. This is a whole tangent, and I don't know if we should go on it right now because we're trying to put a pin on it.
We'll put a pin on it.
We're trying to stay on topic, but that's a whole debate.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Pinning that for later.
Clearly, because Bella got pregnant. So was it like really cold?
That's what I like. I'm like,
you have to be like her. I feel like she could feel it.
Yeah, and they're like little like shards. Like,
yeah. No wonder she was in such bad shape after every time.
Ow!
Yup.
Ow! I'm glad that they just ran away.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so definitely sounds like a little prankster.
Duck down and wave.
Weird.
Sorry.
What?
I'm like rereading it again, and he was like, we saw the clown duck down and show his head and wave.
Hey, I just came over to tell you it looks like part of your house is smoking. I don't know. Yay!
Hey, is this the kid's birthday party I'm supposed to be working at? The kid starts screaming and running away, and he was like, not the house, not the house, not the house, this is not it.
Yeah.
Runs to the next one. Does the same thing. Sees a couple kids hanging out in the basement, comes up. Hey.
Is it me in there? With you?
Party? Eat cake?
Balloon animals?
You made that look like something that was like
As soon as I did it, I was like, this looks like something else.
I got it right. Story 2. I realized that the clown I saw in the park wasn't friendly. Before I get into what happened, sorry for the storytelling, I've never been great at writing descriptively, and I'm honestly still at a loss for words. But that being said, last night my friends and I went to the movies in hopes of watching The Joker 2. We hadn't bought the tickets online, and unfortunately we got there just after the doors closed. But because we were already there, we decided to see what else was playing within the hour and decided on Terrifier 3.
Both clown movies. Amazing.
None of us had heard of Terrifier before, but it sounded interesting enough. However, soon after the movie started, I immediately felt my stomach drop. About 5 months ago, I went on a run in a park that I had never been to before. My aunt told me about how it had a great trail, and because of it finally getting warm out, I decided to go, even though it was out of the way from where I live. To set the scene of the park, there was a big clearing with the picnic benches, gazebos, and a playground. However, it was surrounded by a big forest, which was where the trail was. About 15 minutes into my run, my headphones' battery died, so I paused to put them away in my pouch. As I was opening my bag, I saw something out of the corner of my eye and looked into the trees to see a clown standing next to his car with a whole bunch of balloons.
Huh?
The scene immediately scared me, the absolute shit out of me, as I've always been a huge true crime junkie, and I turned around and ran back to the clearing and eventually to the parking lot. I cannot even begin to describe how psyched out I was. I literally felt my heart was going to tear through my chest. But when I was sitting in my car, I noticed that there was a big group of young kids in the gazebo who were clearly having a birthday party, and I never felt more dumb or relieved. It was obvious that the clown was meant for the party with his balloons. I laughed at myself even though I still felt on edge and drove back home. I had forgotten about the incident up until last night, but when I saw the clown in the movie's costume, I immediately felt sick. The man I saw in the forest was wearing the exact same costume. I don't know for sure whether the character's costume is unique to the movie or not, but after trying to look up similar clown costumes, I'm fairly certain it is. Everything was the same, even down to the stupid hat headband. I'm freaked the fuck out and don't know what any of it means. If I really did come across some guy dressed up as a fictional clown killer, why are they wearing it and why in the empty part of an old park? A big part of me hopes that it was some sort of twisted prank, but if so, why wouldn't he go somewhere where he knew people would see him? And after watching the movie, I wouldn't be surprised if there were sick fucks out there who idolize him in a morbid way. Okay. I love Art the Clown.
I was about to say, did that last sentence feel very pointed?
It did a little bit. I love Art the Clown. Obviously, the movies are so messed up. I haven't seen the third one because I've heard it's really, really bad, and I don't know if I could take that. But the first two, I mean, Quentin and I went and saw the second one in theaters on like Halloween night. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so cool. As one of the comments made, which is something I was also going to point out, is that Art is kind of popping off with the kids for some reason.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, isn't that?
I don't think kids should be as online as they are, because I feel like they wouldn't know about it otherwise.
Kids are watching some scary stuff. Yeah, you've seen the Thomas, whatever, Cursed Thomas.
Yeah.
That's really weird. It's obviously not nearly as bad or even remotely the same as Art the Clown, but
yeah.
Kids are watching some really weird stuff, and there have been a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff that are super violent.
Right, it starts as like a kid's video, and then it's
kill your mommy. Yeah, which I've seen videos about that on TikTok where parents are saying stuff about making sure that you're watching.
Yeah,
your
monitoring
kids' YouTube.
Your kids. Yeah,
but yeah, Art the Clown is popping up. It's also, have you seen like Poppy Playtime?
Is that? No. What is it?
They're scary. There's also like Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's. And that did get popular with kids. I've seen dolls of that.
Yeah. So this is also a really big thing amongst kids. So kids are really getting into the scary stuff. But that, I mean, I like, but as a kid.
Right. As a youth.
It's a youth, a young youth.
You gotta think about it. As a youth.
But yeah, Art the Clown, kids really like Art the Clown, so it would not surprise me if a kid wanted a art-themed birthday party, which that's probably what it was.
Yeah, taking a smoke break.
Yeah. Honestly,
these fucking kids, they used to like it when I dressed up as Ronald McDonald. Now I'm out here as Art the fucking Clown. Can you believe it? What has the world come to? We got Donald Trump in office again. I'm out here with this little fucking headband.
This fucking flower that squeaks water out of it.
I should have listened to my mother.
I should have never gone to clown school.
Yeah.
She told me it'd be a waste of time, and here I am.
Rest in peace. She was a bitch, but she was right.
I could see how that would freak you out, though, if you're just trying to take a nice little jog and you see Art the Clown pop out of the trees, and then you go see Terrifier 3.
Right. So it's real.
Yeah. But it's definitely somebody who...
Someone clowning around.
Mm-hmm. Or there's just a lot of cosplayers.
Yeah, maybe there's a convention. No, you're in a park. I don't know.
They could have just been taking, like, photography or something.
I
don't know. But unless they were chasing you... Which is not to say it's not scary.
Yeah.
But,
you
don't even exist. This post doesn't even exist. I don't care if you...
Oh, yeah. I guess if you ever listen to this, if you're one of our... How many do we have?
37 followers.
If you're one of our 37 followers, I don't know what you would tell us. I feel like you told us the whole thing, so never mind.
Okay, done.
Anyway, story 3. Clown in the woods. Okay. I'm from the UK, if that's any context. So way back in 2016, when the whole killer clown epidemic was huge, I was walking through the woods around 10 p.m. alone in order to get to a party/gathering that was happening in a rather secluded part of the forest. It was almost pitch black, and I could barely see in front of me besides the flash on my phone, and everything seemed normal as I was walking to the party. I got to a long stretch of woods with no defined path, but it looked like the quickest way to the party, so I took it. Very intriguing choices. As I got around midway through, I heard something to my left. I turned and saw a shadowy figure sat on a fallen log. I was understandably unnerved, but I couldn't make out if it was just shadows from the moonlight or if it was an actual person. I made the mistake of shining my phone light directly at it, and I was instantly terrified. I hate this.
Sorry.
I'm not going through midnight walks in the woods, so I think I'll make it. Sat there alone in the middle of the woods was a largish man dressed as a clown with full face paint, sporting the creepiest smile imaginable. Fist. Instantly. Oh my god. I tried to call 5 different people as I was passing him, and then heard him get up behind me. I instantly started sprinting towards the end of the long stretch onto a path which had a barbed wire fence down the side of it. During the sprint, I was pretending to be on the phone with one of my friends, and I could hear him running after me, but there was no chance in hell that I would be turning around to see if I was right. When I got to the path, I jumped over the fence as fast as I could, and I sliced my hands open as I did. Then I turned around and kept running backwards as I saw the clown stood behind the fence just staring at me, smiling. I didn't stop running until I got to the party. I was scared for a very long time after this. You have to bear in mind that there's so many rumors of people being killed by people dressed as clowns at this time, and while I never will know if the man had evil intentions or was just trying to scare me, it was extremely strange and scary to live through. So, in conclusion, killer clown man from the woods, let's not meet. I hate that. I hate every single. I'm so sorry you had to live through that because you lived through a nightmare.
Oh my god. Yeah. That would be so scary. The running behind you and you not wanting to look back. I like how you're still like running off.
Yeah. So anyway, I picked up some chips.
Can you believe what Becky said to Tim?
So uncalled for.
Why are you out of breath? What are you doing?
I need to work on my cardio in case this makes a comeback.
The killer clown thing? You
Yeah.
should just work on your cardio because Trump is president.
That's, yeah.
We need to go to kickboxing or something.
We should.
Yeah. Some sort of self-defense, some
No,
Krav
like,
Maga.
I would love to do Krav Maga.
I would love. Could you imagine being able to take down somebody with like your pinky?
Oh, I'm thinking of capoeira from Bob's Burgers.
That's from
not-
Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, but no, I'm like specifically
from that
Yeah.
exact memory. Yes,
not the general.
Yeah, we could
But
also do Tai
specifically.
Chi.
Tai Chi
is
yeah.
good. Anyway, going back.
Correct.
But running, so you're running, you're running, and then a clown runs behind you, and then you run over a fence, cut your hand open, and then you turn behind you. You see the clown is just standing there waving and laughing and smiling. Haha, loser. And then you go to the party.
Okay, because I thought about this while I was reading it. I was like, part of my brain would be like, yeah, go to the party where there's more people.
But then you gotta go home.
Yeah. Maybe with some people walking to your car, hopefully.
Well, they're not driving.
I don't know. That's true.
They walked through the
I'm
woods.
thinking of this in a very American mindset of, you drive to the forest.
You drive, and then you get out, and then you walk through the forest to the party.
And then you drink, and then...
You walk back through the forest, get into your car, and then drive away.
Yep.
Yeah.
America.
Chicken.
Yeah, no, you probably just walked there.
Yeah, no, I would understand going to the party, but I don't think I could be in a party mindset
No.
after that. Like I would want to go home and lock every single lock I could find and put every single sharp object underneath my pillow.
I would be telling everyone.
At the party.
Craziest shit
Can
just
you
happened.
imagine
You
what
will
just
not
happened to
believe.
me? You're like showing your
Look
hands.
at this. Look at this. And someone would be like, pour some vodka on it. It's sterile.
Somebody get this girl a shot.
I got teased by a clown tonight.
I survived the killer clown.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
especially if this was me in 2016, 1,000%. That's what I would. I was such a little fun having lady.
I understand. That was what 2016 was for.
Yeah.
2016
It felt good.
It lives on in history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2015 was a good time for me.
Yeah, that's fair. But I was gonna make a point and then I forgot it. What was it? Give me 1 second. It'll come to me. That brings me back to my original point. Did people actually die from clowns? Were there clowns that
Maybe.
actually killed people?
A 16-year-old boy fatally stabbed in Reading, Pennsylvania during an incident that could have been provoked by a prowler wearing a clown mask. People being arrested. Man in clown mask stab teenager in Sweden. These are 2016 specific. Yeah, why did... It was a really poppin' time, except for that part. That was very unhinged.
Yeah. I don't know why people
but
decided to do that.
I'm glad it stopped.
Yeah. I'm also glad that it stopped. It just doesn't, why?
Yeah.
Why?
I wonder, like, collectively as a group, they have their own Reddit thread maybe, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna
go to this area. No, I really think it's just like the same way that there are Trump supporters, you know?
Yeah.
People are just like,
that looks like a good idea.
That looks fun. You know what I would like to do? I would like to go scare the shit out of some kids.
Yeah, I would like to wreak havoc. And fuck around and then make everyone find out around me.
Yeah, until somebody comes up and hurts you because you are dressed up as a clown and chasing people around.
Yeah.
Through dark parks in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Are you like, kidding me?
That was so uncalled for that you even attack. Why would you even attack me?
I'm sorry, sir. It is dark. There are trees everywhere. I'm trying to get to this party.
Yep.
And you're running behind me. Of course I'm going to gouge your fucking eyes out.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? What was your expectation of this scenario?
Yeah, did you want... Somebody's role playing. They're like, it's somebody's husband, and they're waiting for their wife to run by, and they think that it is, and then that's why they're like standing at the gate because they see them in the light, and they're like, oh,
different blonde.
My bad.
Shit.
Runs back into the forest. His wife comes running by, and she's like, well, I was waiting for you in our spot. Where were you?
The smile is just like a stress response, like, I'm gonna get arrested.
Do you have a reason you don't like clowns?
I've never liked them.
Really?
Yeah, my Nana tells this story of me being, I think it was my second or third birthday. We rode the train up to South Dakota to visit some of my aunt's family. And her mom, so it's like aunt through marriage, her mom planned a birthday party for me. So excited, so happy, brought in a clown, and I spent the entire party screaming my head off.
Oh.
So I don't know where it stems from.
Huh.
Maybe that. But it was before that because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Never really liked Ronald McDonald. Don't trust him.
No, Ronald McDonald always gave me the ick.
Yeah.
So even when I was a kid, I didn't really care for the Ronald.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like
I
that.
was more of a what's his
Grimace?
name? I was more of a Grimace fan.
Yeah.
So, but I liked clowns when I was younger. I thought they were silly.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like out searching for them, but I didn't have a problem with them.
Yeah.
And even now, I mean, obviously, I like a good clown.
Yeah.
But I want to get a little like clown girl tattooed on me because I think they're cute.
Yeah.
But I used to work at this really big haunted house in Fort Worth, and I would switch between characters a lot, but one of the characters that I played every now and then, it wasn't my favorite one. I was always either a nurse or a doll.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the ones I would play every now and then was a clown, and I would be in the clown room, which is like a big hallway with black lights, and I would hide in this one spot. There's like a big jack-in-the-box almost, so I'd hide inside of it.
Cool.
And then jump out with a hammer and hit the side of it.
Yeah.
One time, because a lot of people are scared of clowns.
Yeah.
But one time I was hiding, and I jumped out, and I slammed my little hammer, and then I twirled my legs around and sat on the edge of the box, and I was being all creepy. And this guy drops to the ground, like so fast, just drops. And he screams, like super, super, super high-pitched, like loud scream.
God.
And then he goes, guys, I shit my pants.
Oh my God.
And I in character, I'm trying to say in character, I laugh. And his friends started laughing too, but he was like, no, I seriously shit my pants. And I thought he was joking too. And he walked away. And then I smelled it.
Oh no.
And I was laughing really hard because I actually had just scared a guy so bad that he shit his pants.
You really scared the shit out of him.
But I was like, he shit in here. So the stage manager comes through and he was like, how you doing? And I was like, that guy just shit right there. This guy just pooped. He pooped. I don't know if there's anything on the floor. I can't see it. It's too dark in here. But he pooped right there.
Funny.
And then they like came through with their little flashlights, like they held the groups behind, and like there was none on the floor.
So he caught it all.
Yep. But that man was walking through the rest of the haunted house with
kind of like waddling. Let me out. He's trying to get out. Excuse me. Don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
This is a separate tangent, but one time, I was just telling Quentin about this. One time my dad shit his pants going into a Blockbuster while I was wearing like Tommy Bahama cargo shorts. And he walked in and it trailed down his leg. Not the Blockbuster. Yeah, that's what I think of now when I think of people getting scared of clowns.
Yeah.
Making like, somebody shit their pants.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't shit my pants yet from a clown. But who's to say that would happen? Yeah. I feel like if I'm going to shit.
Yeah.
It'll be like dairy clowns.
Yeah. Mine is like dairy, coffee. Clowns aren't on my list. I don't know why I was about to list.
Dairy coffee clowns.
Cool. DCC.
DCC.
Yeah.
DCC.
Shout out DC.
Hey.
Yeah, I still can't imagine going back to somebody's party though.
No.
It reminds me of like every horror movie ever where something happens right before the party.
Yeah, you'd be the first death in the movie.
Yeah, and then they go into the party and lead the killer all the way to the party. The killer gets there and then it hunts you down specifically because it saw you. But then it just starts killing people. Shing, shing. Shing, 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 shing.
I imagine he had a knife.
Did he? I don't think he. Yep.
But if this was a horror movie with a killer clown, I'm imagining
he would have
a hunting knife or something.
Yeah, man, I can't even imagine because. Oh, then see that could also be there. The clown from Hell House LLC has a pretty similar costume to the clown from the story of the birthday party.
Oh,
not the same. Obviously, it doesn't have the tiny little hat or anything, but it does have the black and white costume with the black and white paint on the face. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Yep.
What are some other good clowns? Pennywise.
Yeah.
Pennywise is a good clown.
Just the fact that it's old Billy Scars.
Billy Scar. I mean, even the OG.
I'm like, okay, I get that one more. Because it's him.
Have you seen Nosferatu yet?
No. We're going to go see it tomorrow?
I want to go 2 days. See it so bad.
We're seeing it on the 1st.
I want to see it.
Yeah. I want to see it too. Have you seen there's a popcorn bucket for it?
No.
And it's this coffin. And people are putting it on their nightstand and putting their vibrators in it.
Oh my god, that's really funny, but no. I had to look that up.
I was at the movie theaters yesterday and I saw a poster for it and it's Lily Rose Depp's like face and she's just like lifting her head up, and then he's got his like little thumb on her lip, and it says "succumb," and I was like, "Is this baby girl or is it Nosferatu?"
Oh my god! Like,
I was like, "Come for me."
Oh, it's me.
I was gonna tell you, but I was like, let's just wait.
Story 4: Creepy clown encounter. I don't know if many of you remember this. Why are these all back in 2016? I guess it's the craze.
That's yeah. The epidemic.
The pandemic.
Yeah.
I don't know if many of you remember this, but back in 2016, there was a creepy clown trend where people dress as a creepy/killer clown and would hang out in places after dark or stalk people. My story takes place on my college campus during fall of that year. I lived with my grandparents before leaving for school, and I am extremely close to them. Also, I am very shy and had 0 friends or people I regularly hung out with in school. I wanted to reach out and meet new folks, so I signed up for a salsa dancing club that met on Friday nights. I told my grandma over the phone, and she was happy I was putting myself out there. She asked if I was going with anybody. No, I told her. I just want to go by myself. Are you sure? She said. Don't any of your roommates want to go? The idea of taking my roommates terrified me. I could handle structured gatherings, but personal conversations left more room for my awkwardness to creep in. No, they're not here. I don't want you walking around campus by yourself at night, she said. I thought my grandma was just being overprotective. Grandma, it's fine. The streets are well lit, and it's only a 10-minute walk. It's perfectly safe. Well, if you're not going with anybody, call me and let me talk to you on the phone as you walk back. I agreed. That evening was incredibly fun. I learned the basic steps of dancing to upbeat Latin tunes. At around 10:30, I felt ready to head back to my dorm, so I snuck out of the building and headed toward my dorm. Although the paved path I was walking was lit by streetlights, it seemed darker than usual. In addition, the entire campus was deserted. Normally, there were quite a few kids my age wandering around, but that night there was not a soul to be seen. I dialed my grandma and made small talk with her as I walked. I took my heels off and carried them in my free hand. The path I was walking on went past a stretch of sidewalk that was perpendicular to the one I was taking. Under one of the streetlights, about 10 meters away, I noticed a lone figure standing with its back towards me. The figure, hearing me chattering on the phone, slowly turned to me. He was tall, heavy-set, wild red hair, and appeared to be wearing light blue pajamas. His face was obscured by a killer clown mask. The mask was stark white with dark black eye sockets and a twisted, malicious grin.
What is wrong with you?
Time seemed to suddenly slow way down. The clown did not move towards me. He simply stood there, staring. I knew I had to think fast. I contemplated my options. I could A. Scream like a little girl and run. B. Approach him and confront him. Or C. Pretend he didn't scare me. The entire moment I just described couldn't have lasted more than a second, but in the moment it felt like an eternity. Are you there? I heard my grandma say. Remembering to breathe, with the phone still in my ear, I decided to go with plan C. I broke eye contact with the clown. So anyway, I loudly enough said that the clown could hear me. Yeah, I'm on my way, I continued. OP, what's going on? Is everything okay? I heard my grandma ask, her voice suddenly filled with anxiety. As confidently and nonchalantly as I could, I walked past the sidewalk where the clown was standing and continued to chat. His head slowly turned as I walked past, watching me until I was out of sight. I ducked into the archway of the nearest building and tried the door, praying it was unlocked. It was. Once I was inside, I slumped against one of the concrete walls and broke down into tears. I explained to my grandma what had just happened. My grandma yelled for my grandpa to dial the campus police on his cell phone so that I could stay on the line with her. I got up and started pacing up and down the empty halls, checking every door and window to see if the psycho clown had followed me. Was he just a stupid kid doing this on a dare, or was he someone with more evil intentions? Some of the creepy clowns in the news had axes or baseball bats. I had no idea if he was armed. When my grandpa tried to explain to the officer on the phone what had happened and that I needed help, he told my grandpa, "Your granddaughter needs to make the call herself." Apparently, the reason I had to talk to them was so that they could be sure the call wasn't just a prank or some stupid reason like that. The point is, they wouldn't take my grandparents' word, and I was in distress. I would have to hang up with my grandma and dial the campus police myself. Not knowing if I would survive the night, I told my grandma between sobs, "I love you." "I love you too." My grandma was also crying. I dialed the campus police and told them who I was and what had happened. The officer on the phone sent several other officers to find me while I stayed on the phone with them, and he gave them a description of the clown. As I was talking, I heard a door open. I froze. Was the clown here? Did he find a way in? A tidal wave of relief washed over me as several officers came striding down the corridor. They walked me back to my dorm. As soon as I was inside, I locked the door and window and I shut the blinds. I called my grandma back to tell her I was safe. After talking a little while longer, we said goodnight. Since then, I've made a few friends at school. While I'm in a better place now, I don't go out alone after dark anymore. And as for that creepy clown, let's not meet again.
Ew.
Ew.
I hate that.
That is so scary.
Props to you for being able to walk by and be like, yeah, whatever. So anyway, and keep talking on the phone.
Yeah. Just to be a kid
and then your poor grandma on the phone with you.
No, oh my god!
I bet she was so stressed.
She probably was, and then to be off the phone with you while you were calling the police, I can't imagine how worried she was. But yeah, I can't imagine being her grandma, just like sitting on the phone, waiting for her to call you back or waiting for her to say something and tell you that she's okay. But I know it's really scary, but I immediately, again, I bring this up for the second time, that episode where SpongeBob is just standing under the light,
Yeah, that's
you know,
exactly what-
like holding his little spatula, except he doesn't have a weapon. He's just standing there,
Yeah.
just looking. And so I imagine this.
Mm-hmm.
Wee woo. Wee woo.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, no, that would be so scary. The gall to just continue walking and just walk right past everyone, or not everyone, the one clown
Yeah.
that's standing there. It is definitely. I mean, I hate that this was a thing, like during 2016, where people were just doing that,
Yeah.
and you couldn't tell if it was actually menacing or if it was just a
Just
joke.
like some dick named Jared.
Who just wanted to scare you, and now
Mhm.
you're having a full mental breakdown in this building behind a concrete pillar.
Now you have permanent trauma.
It's like a horror movie when you run away from a killer and you're like, you know,
Mhm.
and then you do hear the door open and you cover your mouth so you're completely silent, and then the cops come in.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm glad that you're okay. I don't
Yeah.
think you'll hear this because it's 6 years old, but
But if you do, glad you're doing okay.
But I'm glad,
you made
and
some
I hope you
friends.
are okay now, because it has been so long. But I could, going around, walking through a college campus and seeing that, it's very Scream.
Yeah,
It's,
it is.
It's very
It
Scream
is.
adjacent.
Yeah, I love the Scream movies. I think
do
those are my
too.
favorite.
Same, I love them.
They're
I have so
so
much
good.
Ghostface stuff. It's all just so cute. But
Yeah.
not to idolize a killer or anything, but
But, you know.
but at the same time,
As far as a scary movie goes, they're very fun.
yeah.
They're
What would you do
self-aware.
if you saw this?
I don't know. I would hope that I would do the same thing as they did. If I noticed,
WWJD.
what would Jasmine do? If I noticed them before they noticed me, I would like step back into the shadows so I wouldn't be so obvious standing in the light.
Wee woo.
And
Just
walk,
wee woo
just
them back.
walk backwards like I was never there.
Well, they heard OP on the phone.
Chatting on the phone.
That was the thing, is that OP didn't see them. They heard OP talking on the phone, and then they turned and saw them.
I probably would have done this face. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then walked fast.
What? Oh my!
But not run because I don't do cardio. So
Where was OP coming from again?
their salsa dance lessons.
Okay, so
They'd taken their shoes off.
Yeah, me personally, I would have turned around and
Mhm.
walked back, and I would have been like, "Grandma, come pick me up.
Yep.
I'm not moving. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going anywhere. There's a creepy ass clown right here.
Yep.
Booked it back. I couldn't walk past someone like that because it only takes 1 second, you know.
Right.
And if you have nothing, you don't have pepper spray, you don't have any sort of weapon.
Because they took their heels off, so heel in hand as weapon, using heel to.
It could work. There's an episode of Criminal Minds like that. Did you ever see that episode?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
Criminal Minds, but there was like somebody and they were like, "Is this hole from a heel?"
Mm.
And it was. It was from a stiletto.
Yep.
So
See, I'm just not a stiletto girl.
I'm not either. I couldn't. But also, if you're going salsa dancing, you're not wearing stilettos. You'd be wearing like little heels. So it probably wouldn't have done a whole lot of damage if you're just wearing like the little baby heels.
Yeah. Little kittens.
Little kitten.
Sure, so
Yes,
still gonna try.
princess.
I accidentally scratched the shit out of Leland the other day.
Oh.
And my first thought, I don't know what we were doing. He was being a shit though. I know that. That's for sure. And I accidentally like scratched him and it left the biggest mark on his arm. And my first thought is, oh, these nails would be great for forensic evidence.
Yeah,
No,
like,
shing.
you get somebody's DNA and it's like, okay, find my body, but your DNA's in my nails.
Yeah. And
Dummy.
you're gonna have scratches all over your arms. They're gonna
How are
know
you
it
gonna
was
hide
you.
'em?
They're gonna know it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you watched any more Desperate Housewives?
No.
Oh
I
my
haven't watched-
god.
I've just been watching Old Houses.
I'm
I was
almost
in 2
done.
episodes today. Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm literally approaching episode or season 8. which is
Oh,
the
yeah.
last season. I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
tired of it. I'm ready to be done with Desperate
Yeah.
Housewives. It is the worst.
I don't remember where I fell off, but I was like, I need a break.
Yeah, that's how I
Because
feel.
I was like, you keep making dumbass decisions, which is why it took me so long to get through Pretty Little Liars and Vampire Diaries, because they just kept making dumb decisions, and I got to the point where I was like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I can't watch it. It's just making me mad.
And then 2 years later, I'd be like, well, I have to start from the beginning. I don't remember everything.
Yeah.
So
No, literally we watch it. I was telling Quentin the other day, I was like, they probably have so much fun in the writer's room. They probably get absolutely obliterated, blackout drunk, and they're like, let's do this.
Mm-hmm. And then, wow.
Anyway, back to the story. Absolutely
yeah.
terrifying. That's horrifying.
I
I don't
hate that.
like it. I think it's funny that they all took place in 2016.
Yeah. Like,
All
what
of
happened in
these-
2017?
They're just gone. No
Yeah.
more clowns. No more clowns. Bye-bye. Clowns are gone. Clowns don't exist anymore. They went back to being fun. Except for Terrifier.
Silly, yeah.
You really
Do you
should
think we're
watch.
going to circle back to a creepy clown?
History repeats itself. The last time it happened was the first year of Trump's presidency, so
Terrifier is popular right now. It's going to be a rough year for me.
yeah.
I'm not making any New Year's resolutions to try to be a better person.
No,
I'm just
I
going
give
to try
up.
to survive.
That exactly. I'm like, as long
I'm
as
not
I
the one
make
who
it
needs
through,
to be a better person. Like, that is not
I'm
my
fine.
burden. The rest of
chilling.
you guys need to get it together.
I did what I was supposed to do. Y'all didn't. Now I just need to live with your mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Anyway, thank you so much for listening.
I was gonna say you really should watch Terrifier though. At least the first two. The first one's good. The second one's better. The third one I haven't seen because I heard it's really bad. So
Petition when we do that to have a little sleepover so I don't have to drive home and then sleep at home alone
that's fair.
and think about clowns.
Yeah, that's fair. We can do that.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do like a little wine night.
That'd be nice, yeah.
We'll get drunk so
Drink
it's
some
not as
wine.
scary.
Yeah. We'll make little pizzas and we could do little clown faces on our little pizzas.
Oh my god, that would be so cute.
Yeah.
We make homemade. Trader Joe's has the best pizza dough, so
Yeah.
we'll get some Trader Joe's
It'd be
pizza
so
dough.
cute.
It'd be so cute. Wow, me penciling it in for the week after my surgery.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anywho, how do you feel about clowns now? Are you still putting the O in Juggalo?
no, I'm sorry.
Probably not, because those are creepy. That's also, I don't like Juggalos. And the town that I grew up in, I'm
Had
sorry.
a lot of them.
Yes, and then they would always like come and do a concert. So there's like people who would just like show up in their little juggalette.
Okay,
Get
ICP
ups.
is not that bad. ICP is
I
pretty
don't
funny.
imagine like I have no issues with them and their music. I don't like that as clowns.
That's fair. But working at haunted houses, I feel like almost every haunted house I've worked at, most of the people that work there are juggalos.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
See, I don't. It's just that they're clowns. That's it.
That's it.
That's the only part that I don't. The rest, I don't give a shit.
That's
Do your
fair.
thing.
And most of their songs are about killing people, so it's fair. Yeah.
That
Anyway,
doesn't make it better.
yeah. Art is looking a little more daunting than dashing now that I think about it.
So now he looks menacing to you. These stories are what did it?
I mean, he did it before, so.
Ew.
Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all of that. Help share with your friends and all that jazz. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Good Pods, all of the fun things. Follow us on TikTok, Reddit, YouTube. They're all _the pod. Email us at whatwasthat.thepod@gmail.com. And that's it. Yeah, so don't forget to do all of those things. Do it, please, because you love us. Yay. Well, until next time, I think I'm gonna go get rid of a few things. Wait. What? What was that?